No, I want them to hear how you talk to Ruger when you come in the door. See, that's off mic, Joe, guys. What you don't hear is how he's like, get off me, get off me. Oh, he smells bad. Oh, he's very in my face today.
You even said last time, you're like, oh, he used to not do that. And then our doctor told us that he needed his
you're just
back
gonna put it
legs
all
are weak.
out there. Oh, you're going to talk about his weak back legs now.
30 minutes earlier.
Be more like suspenseful with it.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. 30 minutes earlier. That was good.
Oh.
Okay.
I was just kind of mocking you, but all right.
This is heavy friending. I'm friending you so hard. An alliance slowly forming like a boner in my heart. So if you wanna fucking friend me, better give me all you got. No, I don't take this lightly, cause it's heavy. Heavy friendly. There is an eagle flying.
Hi, friends. Welcome to Heavy Friending. This is Laura Lee Bishop here. I'm sitting here with my good friend, Joe Barlow / Ghost Pepper, and I'm the Ice Queen.
I'm hot. That's my Tinder bio also. It just says, I'm hot.
Oh, I just say you should say Ghost Pepper and let them just kind of infer that.
No, you can't. You can't be like coy. You'd got to just put it out there on these dating apps.
You just put like 3 inches.
Well, you could. One could.
Okay.
Welcome so much, and thank you all.
Who are you talking to? Me?
Just the audience.
Oh, okay.
I feel like sometimes, this podcast, we just get going because, we've got many cylinders.
Yeah.
And we just fire them immediately.
All of them.
Sometimes I think you want to slow ramp up to like get into the business,
Okay.
you know?
All right. Yeah.
So
Let's just settle
this is
in.
what friends do. We also have gotten out of like explaining what this show is for new listeners.
Okay, yeah. So let's do that.
This is
What
good. I'm
is
glad
this?
we're talking
'Cause I
about
don't
this
even
now
know.
and while we're on microphone.
Yeah.
So this show, I don't know, in my own words, I would say that it's two strangers who, I don't know, I already forgot.
You forgot what the show's about.
Yeah.
Maybe that's because we've gotten so deep into friendship at this point that maybe what the show is about has changed. Because before the show was about 2 strangers attempting a meaningful friendship through various activities each week, hoping that we would become closer and possibly become friends. But I think we have become friends. So what is it about now?
Whoa. I'm sorry. I'm trying to, there's like, I think a lot of dog hair on this mic and it's, it tickles my whiskers.
Well, speaking of dog hair, I know that Ruger, my dog, is a fan favorite. And he had
What? Hold on.
Oh, the fans love him. They want more Ruger. They say more Ruger, more. We want to hear his toes click-clacking on the tile on the floor more while you're recording. We want to hear him get up and shake his collar a little more while you're recording.
I guess I haven't seen those emails.
Yeah. So people want more Ruger.
Am I a fan favorite?
Oh. Everybody has...
So Ruger's a fan favorite and then...
Love him. They love him. But he had surgery a week ago.
I know. He's shaved in a part of his body.
Aren't we all?
Oh, Laura.
Joe, do you...
That was fun.
Do you...
Why?
I mean, you set it up for me, so...
I did not.
What kind of sort of manscaping do you do?
Well, I'm blessed to have a hairless chest. I have what I call nipple lashes. So I sort of have
Lashes.
I have a perimeter nipple, just some hairs around the perimeter of the nipple. And so I don't shave the chest.
I like how
don't
often
have
we
to.
talk about your nipples, though.
And I do too, gosh. I'm glad we live in the world we live in.
Well, kind of sometimes.
I think this world, there's no problems as far as I can tell.
It's nice being a white man.
America first.
Yeah. You are wearing a American flag shirt right now.
We don't need to get into
Just
what
coming
I'm
in with
wearing.
that Make America Great Again shirt.
This isn't a Make America. It's not a MAGA.
It's screaming that, though.
I bought this before MAGA. And before Trump. This is pre-Trump
I
shirt.
heard somebody call it MAGA the other day.
MAGA.
MAGA.
America.
MAGA.
Right. Again.
You look tanner when you say that.
I'm hotter, but let's get back to what's under these clothes.
Okay, right.
It's a smooth, pale body.
You said you're blessed to have a hairless chest, though. So you're not into
did I?
hairy.
Hashtag blessed.
Yeah. Are you? So you're not into hairy chests?
Well, here's my question to you. If you've kind of seen my chest through like a mesh sort of fabric, a see-through fabric.
I also saw a video of you online where you weren't wearing clothes for an interview, which I thought was very inappropriate.
Oh, good. So you've
hashtag
seen
me too. But
that was fine. The guests were okay with it. But my question to you is, if I'm bare-chested in the world, do people assume that I've shaved it, do you think? Or do they just assume I don't have chest hair?
do you keep the nipple lashes?
Yeah, I do.
Well, then, no, then it probably doesn't look like you shave your chest, because who would shave their chest and leave hair around their nipple?
Well, maybe
I
it was
surely
careless.
don't. You know,
Maybe I was careless when I was getting the main
or you
chest
were
part.
careful and you didn't want to hurt. You know, you didn't want to get too close.
They are sensitive. Anyway, this show, it's all about friendship.
Yeah, and we're pretty much friends now, I guess.
Well, I was thinking about this actually on the way over, is that I don't know
About
if
our
we're...
friendship. That's awesome.
Well, yeah, because I was, I get in the zone.
Yeah, you have to get ready.
I listen to the B-52s and I just get in the zone.
Yeah.
And
I
on
do
the
James
way,
Taylor.
You do James Taylor? Fire and Rain? I was on the way over here and it occurred to me that I still feel a little awkward, like the first maybe 2 minutes when I come into your house.
Why?
I don't know. That's what I don't think we're full-on friends, because I think a full-on friend, you just be like, Papa's home, you kick the door open.
Don't ever say Papa's home to me or kick my door open. Ever.
But that's
even
what you
if we
would
get
do,
to that
perhaps
level.
with a friend.
No.
I've
Not
done
Papa's
that
home.
to a lot of good friends of mine.
Just be like, go snip in the house or something like that, but just like Daddy or Papa.
Well, I think Papa's
or
better than
Poppy.
Daddy.
You
Poppy,
like,
I would
ooh,
not
Poppy.
say. Yeah, I
Ooh,
know.
Poppy.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. So yeah, I don't think we're full
would
on.
love
Do
for
you
you
notice
to-
me being a little more timid, like for the first 2 minutes when
I think
arrive?
so. Usually you're also so standoffish to Ruger, which people don't like that either. Because Ruger's a fan favorite. You're not. You're kind of like the villain. He's kind of like the protagonist in the situation. So you think about that too, how you're greeting him and the energy you're giving him.
That's what I'm saying. I get warmed up. It takes me about
do you
2
think
minutes
maybe
to
you're
warm up.
Well, do you think maybe you're like that with a lot of your friends? It's not just me.
No, I go 0 to 60. Papa's home.
Papa's home with all your friends.
Immediately. We do our handshake. Anyway, tell me about your life. I feel like, you're a distant relative at this point. One that I only see at the holidays.
You see me more than any of your other friends and more than your family.
Okay. Well, I was just trying to
So-
ask about your life. So your dog, Ruger.
My dog, Ruger got surgery.
How old is he?
He's about 10.
And that's
And
old.
labs usually live to be like 10 to 12 years old.
Is that
So
10 in classic years?
in human years, he's 10. So he's
Why,
actually...
they're years. They're not human years,
in-
right? It's
well,
10
but they
rotations
say,
around the
right,
sun.
but they say in dog years, he would be 70, right?
Yeah, why do they get their own years?
They're precious, and we gave them a
I think
little-
it's confusing, It's like metric system and all
You
these
just
other...
you don't care for animals, and you kind of hate animals. I'm surprised you don't come in here wearing a full fucking fox fur with the legs dangling off.
I don't wear fur.
You don't care for the creatures.
Fur is murder. Furder.
Furderer.
Fur is murder. Furder.
Yeah, he got surgery, and we have to wait to find out if it's
And
The big C.
like tomorrow or maybe
tomorrow's
early
the
next
day.
week.
Yeah, I'm supposed to find out. So just
Paint a picture of your insides right now.
there's blood, guts.
I guess I was speaking more
a lot of water.
metaphorically.
We're made mostly of water. I'm worried every time the phone rings and it's a 512 Austin area code and I don't know the number. I pick up like waiting to hear the results. I am very nervous about it, but I did have to confront the fact that Ruger will not be here forever. And then I think I'm not going to be here forever.
Yeah.
How will I watch my shows? How will I read my books? So that's where I am right now. What about you? What's going on new in your life?
I was feeling really good until about
About
10 seconds ago. And then it got a little real for me. But I will say, have you had a pet before that has passed? Or
I have. I had a cat for like 18 years who died, and then
how many cat years is
dogs.
that? Was that 18 cat years or?
I think there's like,
Ferret
they
years?
live longer than we had a ferret when growing up too.
Yeah.
I don't know. Have you ever lost anyone? I've lost a lot of people in my life.
I've lost, grandparents. I do get sad about the grandparents. I mean, I was sad at the time, But I think only now when I see people with their grandparents do I go like, oh my gosh, I would have really loved to, ask them deeper questions than you do when you're a kid. I think I can't remember. I mean, it was in high school and college, I think, so I wasn't me. I wasn't an almost 30-year-old guy. So it would be a different relationship now, because when you're young, you're dependent on them. And also you don't really care. You're like, what's for dinner? Oh, we're eating lasagna. Okay, great.
Oh, I'd hate to have a Midwest lasagna at your house.
My mom, that's a horrible thing to say because my mom makes fantastic lasagna.
Everyone thinks that their mom makes good things because they grew up with it and that's what they're used to.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad. Okay. I bet she makes a great lasagna.
She does. Objectively great.
Yeah. What are you looking at me like that for?
I've had other people's lasagna. It sucks. And I'm sorry to swear.
I'm
sorry to swear on this show, but other people's lasagna sucks compared to mom's.
Okay.
The big M.
When she kicks down the door, does she say, Mama's home?
Yeah. Or she says, Big Mama's house too.
Has your dad ever said, Papa's home? Come to Papa. Has he ever said that to your mom?
He says, let's hop on Pop.
Ooh, Poppy.
Okay.
And then
this is getting...
When you grew up, did you ever hear your parents having sex?
No, because I
you repressed it. I put it in the corner of my mind. It's no longer there.
No, I don't think I ever did. I thinking back, I think there might have been a moment where maybe I even walked in, but I was so in the clouds. I'm just a little boy. I was 18, 19. I walked in. I was just like, oh, hey,
Mommy and Daddy,
have you seen the TV guide? Yeah, and they're like, yeah, I think it's over there. And I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Peace. And then I left, but there might have been, but it certainly wasn't scarring because I didn't know what was happening.
When my sister was little, she came home from school one day and said to my mom, I know how babies are made.
Sassy.
It was she was in kindergarten, and this girl in her school, she was this bad little kid. And my mom kind of didn't want them to be friends because she was just this little shit kid who was
I love bad girls. Yeah.
Well, she was in kindergarten, so let's just keep it.
Well, she's now not in kindergarten. She's an adult woman. So let's be clear.
Okay.
Let's be fair.
I'll get her your information, information after the podcast.
I have other news on that front, but continue.
Ooh. Anyway, she said, I know how babies are made. And my mom's like, okay. And the kindergarten is too young for kids to know these things. It's just, you don't do birds and the bees yet. And my sister's like, yeah, a man and the mommy and the daddy, they go in the bedroom.
Whoa.
And they get in the bed.
Yeah. I'm taking notes, by the way. I hope you don't mind. I'm curious about
because you didn't know, with your parents,
I'm still learning.
too.
We're all learning.
And then the man, he gets on top of the woman.
Okay.
And he protects her.
Whoa.
And she was like, yep, that's what they do. And he protects her.
That's why we need guns in this country. And then we can have babies. Okay.
Let's just say it now. Let's heavy friending, take a stand now and say it. More guns.
More guns.
Yeah.
It does feel fun to say.
It kind of does.
Have you ever shot a gun?
Of course. I'm from Texas.
And it was cool, right? Because it's pretty fun.
Yeah, it is fun.
These liberal pansies.
Libtard.
Maybe.
Oh, wait. We don't say that.
Maybe pull a trigger.
Yeah, maybe
you
try
liberals,
it before you diss it.
Because it is honestly a lot of fun.
Yeah, especially moving targets,
I was fine to shoot in the paper. I felt pretty good.
I'm fine with that too.
The amount of times I've gotten a cut from one is it made it
real
you were satisfying.
Like, here you go, bitch.
Yeah. What else would I want to shoot?
Shoot you.
What should I shoot? That has been a problem in my life. Shit has been a problem in my life, but it's probably all of our lives.
So wait, you said you had some sex stuff to tell me about?
I didn't say those words, my lady. Well, I think my heart's a flutter.
Ooh. This is exciting.
I feel like I haven't really, gone into specifics about my dating life. You say I go on thousands of dates a week.
Well, you talked to me 1 week ago about,
Did I?
After the podcast about your dating life.
What did I say?
So something must have happened since then.
Oh, what did I say then?
Well, I
want to know what a week ago I was like.
I don't want to break the code, man.
Oh, was it a problem?
It was something specific.
Okay, let's not talk about it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Now I remember.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, the behind the scenes drama. That's why people need to get on this Patreon business.
They do.
They can learn all my dirty little secrets.
Yeah. We say full names, and we link to their Facebook pages.
And I always take a picture. So they sign a release. It's fine.
Okay.
Well, I'm about to go on. I mean, it's a little early, but I'm about to go on date 2 this weekend with someone, and I was just so excited to like go on a date. You have to understand my dating life, okay?
You're getting so
I'm getting
serious.
passionate
Yeah.
because I'm not the kind of person who goes like, "Hey, I'm going to marry that girl." You look at her and you say that. But I almost felt that way about this girl. And I've been out with a lot of people.
Think about if you
And
do.
I wasn't that excited about them. This person, I was very excited before we even met. I was like, oh my gosh. And then I was getting nervous. I'm like, I can't be too excited. She's going to, be freaked out. But then we went on the date. I was excited. We went out. It was fantastic. She was charming and delightful and everything.
Did
perfect.
you seal the deal? Or
She was, no.
wow.
No, on a first date.
Joe, don't play with me
I'm
now.
a proud woman.
Okay, well, I know you're saying it for mom and dad, but we all know what's going on.
No. So yeah, it was like a Wednesday date, or it was a weekday date. So
I know how you like to do those.
I do, because then you have an easy out. You say, "Oh my gosh, I'm a morning person." Really, I hate the morning, and I stay up till 1 anyways. So, but anyway, yeah, like I've been super excited, and then I asked her out last week, and she said no, and I was like, "Oh, that's it." She said, "Oh, I have friends, or me and my friends are going out on that day." I was like, "Okay, well, that means one of two things. It either means she's
going out with her
legitimately
friends.
going out with friends, or she's just going to keep making excuses every time I invite her." So I pulled up my big boy pants, and well, this was after a few days, because I wanted to go out on Friday. Then I waited until like Tuesday, and I was like, I gotta know, because maybe this is my
The one.
future Mrs. Ghost Pepper.
Oh.
Yeah, and I texted her, and she said yes.
So you're going out this weekend. You're doing a weekend date.
And we're engaged.
If this happens, though, you
Yeah.
have this recorded. You can play this
I know.
at your wedding.
Here's the other nice thing.
Am I going to be in it? That's the question, though. At this point, I mean, someone you see more than you
my
see a
wedding?
lot of people of your friends. I
In
feel
my
like I
wedding?
should be one of the groom's women. Come on, man.
We'll see. I mean,
Come on, man.
let's take it easy.
All right, okay. Well,
But
just think.
maybe I
put
gave
it
away
out.
too many details, because I thought it would be funny if it didn't work out, but then someone else I dated, it did work out, and then I'd be like, "Hey, listen to this tape."
Oh, well,
But
I
now
can edit it. I'm great at editing.
No,
I'll edit
it's
it
fine.
out.
Leave it in, because if it works out, that's great, and if it doesn't, then it's a fun future episode where I will cry and then laugh.
Well, I love to laugh at you.
Oh, you'd
crying,
laugh,
so-
I'd cry, and then we'd grow, because tears
Fertilize
feed the
soul.
seeds.
Yep.
We said the same thing. It's like we finish.
Each other's sandwiches.
Oh, I thought you would say that, actually, 'cause that's a thing some people say. But yeah, isn't that exciting?
It is exciting. I can't wait to see a picture of her.
I can't even remember like how long I've been pretty single. It's been a
Well,
while.
it's been a couple years.
No,
It's been at least a year.
not years.
That you've
You think
been
it's been a
single.
year?
I know it has, because of Molly was the one that you
Molly.
date.
But I dated her like long time ago.
Oh, but never
There's been
mind.
people since Molly. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I was about to put you on Front Street. I'm sorry. I'll pull it back.
Hey, let's not, I like to reveal what I like to reveal. And I like to hide what I like to hide.
I know.
Anyway, we've talked about me for a while.
That is the mark of a friendship, though. We know things about each other. We don't share everything.
You got to protect, it's like your sister said, we're practically making babies
We are.
because you're protecting me.
We may have a podcast baby, though, because you met someone during this podcast. Maybe she'll even come on the. Maybe she'll come on the podcast, because it sounds like a fun girl, like someone who'd be into some fun
She's very
stuff.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's hilarious. She's cracked me up. And then sometimes I would read her texts to like my coworkers or whatever, and they're like, "Yeah, she's really fun." I'm like, "I know." She's
I know.
mine.
Yeah. Back off, bitch.
I'm very jealous now. Now that I feel something, I'm like,
She's probably dating other guys.
yeah, and I'm stalking her, so I've seen some of them.
Oh, really?
They all look like me
Ooh,
exactly.
I can't wait to
They
get
look
on
exactly
your. But wait,
like me.
do they kind of
They all,
like
are
have glasses
really hot.
and kind of pale?
Well, okay.
Pepperoni nips.
They're smooth,
Nipple lashes.
very smooth down there.
Oh, isn't that nice? Well, let's. You know what?
Do I have a glow? I mean, I feel like I'm
your
glowing.
cheeks are rosy.
I'm getting hot, but I always get hot during a podcast.
You do, baby.
Yeah, because it's
Daddy's
the ears,
home.
as we all
No,
know.
Papa's
home. I have the heat in my ears. We need a doctor on to tell me what's going on here.
There's no reputable doctor in this world that would come on this podcast. It would be hard to find. I guess I could get my
Trump's
sister. Trump's doctor for sure. He's going to say I'm like 7 feet tall. I weigh 110 pounds.
We could get Dr. Oz too.
Oh, definitely. He's like a whole.
He's desperate
yeah.
for attention. I don't know
I was going to
what
say
you
a bad
were.
word. A word I
sucks?
don't even say. That
Well, why? Who are you trying to impress? You're trying to impress people.
I think sometimes when I come on this podcast, I say the craziest shit that I would
know.
never say. For some reason, when this thing starts rolling, I'm just like, pew, pew, pew.
Yeah.
And then I listen back and I'm like, oh, Laura, why'd you
Well,
say that?
Why did you? You want to impress me?
A little bit, maybe.
You want to impress the listeners?
I want you to think I'm funny too, like this new girl in your life.
I think you're
Do I
funny.
have to compete with her now?
No, you never
Are you
had
going
to.
to replace me?
No. Actually, that might be a great podcast.
You know what? Let's grab it. I'm going to grab a drink.
Thank you. I'm
I'm going to
sweaty.
get a beer maybe or
I'm
something. I don't
glowing.
know. And we'll take a little break. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsor.
This episode of Heavy Friending is not brought to you by Casper Mattresses, MailChimp,
Lisa mattresses.
Stamps.com, or any of those other stupid things. 'Cause
Squarespace.
They don't like us.
Blue Apron.
They have-
undies.
They have good taste, these companies.
They have great taste. And I would love to be sponsored by any number of company, including I'm open to fleshlights.
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
open to liquors and
But let's face the
beers
facts.
and
We're an up-and-comer. That's what we
up
call
and
us.
coming.
Up and coming, yeah.
Yeah.
We be coming. And so that means we value it's a grassroots sort of thing.
Yeah, we're a lot like Barack Obama,
Bernie.
Beto O'Rourke, the soon-to-be new senator from Texas.
And we're like a field of grass, full of grassroots.
Great. That was great.
Is this selling the? Do you think this is selling?
Yeah,
the
I just think
podcast?
maybe get a little more into how we're like grass.
Oh,
We're green, we're new.
caterpillars munch on us.
Ooh, I like that.
Thank you.
That's like a sex term, right?
But the point is that you, the listeners, are our roots. We wouldn't do it without you.
That's right.
And why would we record a
The
podcast
listener
if no one
is,
listened?
the listener's the root and their money is the rain.
Yes, because it's really easy now for you to support the show, support Laura and I, support the general idea of friendship. You just go to patreon.com/heavyfriending and you can decide how much we're worth to you.
Yeah.
Put a price on us.
What is our life worth?
Yeah, because we've been talking about...
if we don't get enough money, we're going to end it. So,
That would be a good series finale.
yeah, just boom, boom.
Sort of a Romeo and Juliet. Or no, actually, what's that movie with the convertible and the two women?
Bonnie and Clyde? No.
No,
That's,
it's
yeah.
Sonny and Cher.
Yes.
And they drive off that cliff at the
Yep.
end holding hands and they're friends.
Yep.
And that's what we
So
will
if you
do.
want to prevent that,
Please prevent
yeah,
it.
go to patreon.com/heavyfriending, pledge any amount of money and help support these grassroots.
Which are you, because you're the roots. Okay,
Bye.
thanks.
Hey, little mama, let me whisper your ear. Tell you 50 things you won't want to hear. Something about an ass. Where do you see my...
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
I declare a thumb war.
I bet you're a fun uncle, but you're not an uncle yet.
Oh, dude, I'm already a cool uncle. I'm the uncle to everyone. What's up?
Just be careful. Just be careful. In general.
What's up?
Be careful.
I'm just
Anyway,
trying to figure
I'm
out.
on a diet. I'm exercising. Exercised every day this week. This week I did dancing stuff on YouTube.
What?
With the guy called the Fitness Marshal.
How long are the vids?
Well, they're just a song each, but I make a playlist.
And then you're really going through. Do you feel like you're becoming a better dancer, or is it
kind of like it makes you quicker? Like you have to pick up, because it's not. He doesn't really explain the choreography too much. He just is like, "Hey, you're going to do this thing," and then you just start doing it. But you should do these videos. It's really fun.
I would much rather dance.
Oh, it makes it so much easier.
Yeah, just like.
I mean, if someone else were here, I wouldn't want to do it. I don't want somebody watching me do it.
Yeah, I don't like people watching me.
Really? I feel like you're wearing a red, white, and blue American flag shirt that is quite loud. You look like you want everyone to be watching you.
These are standard colors of the flag.
You're wearing a flag shirt and it's really ostentatious. You don't want anyone looking at you for someone on the news.
Well, I was off camera today. That's why I wore this.
Because
I wouldn't
if
wear
you're
this
not in front of the camera with everyone looking at you, then you want everyone to look at you just walking down the street.
No, actually, my thought process was I would never wear this on screen.
Do people ever stop you and say, "Oh my God, you're that guy from"?
Yeah, they do.
Do they ever ask for your autograph?
No, I think one time a child did, but I feel like
somebody had me sign a pizza box at my show last weekend. It was weird. There was pizza in it. I was like,
"Whoa,
okay." Are you going to carry this around for the rest of the night?
Like your credit card statement, because maybe you signed for the pizza. Now you paid for it.
I saw a weird charge. It was like $25.
Yeah,
and the place was called Pizza Hut, I think. Fuck. Yep. That's what
makes
happened.
Sense. Yeah.
It does. It's all adding up to me now.
If it said Pizza Hut, it's surprising you wouldn't know what that was.
Well, I eat so
referencing.
much pizza, and so it could have. I mean, it technically could have been me.
You're
too.
like, was that technically a hut? I don't know. It looked like a lean-to.
I like that joke, Joe.
You know, comedy is
about
something I'm passionate about.
Ooh, speaking of comedy,
I'd like to.
This is a good segue. Comedians. A famous one.
Who?
Went the fuck down.
Oh, I honestly did not know where you were going, but it kind of worked.
Good segue.
Well, no. Goodbye, Rudy. Because he's...
Yeah. Goodbye to everyone, really. Hello, cellmate. He'll probably have his own fucking cell.
Have we talked? We've talked about Bill Cosby.
I don't know if we... Okay, let me tell you where I think we may have talked about Bill Cosby, though. On the Lost episode.
Oh, are you serious?
The Lost the legend that everyone talks about. All the fans of Heavy Friending talk about this Lost episode.
How did they find out about it if it's lost?
It's my mom and sister, and I've told them about it.
So every time you say fans,
it's usually my mom and sister. Yeah.
So they're not a fan of me?
Oh, fuck. I guess you figured it out. It's ever since you said stuff about the Jewish cookies,
Your mom follows me on Twitter. You shouldn't
have said that shit about the Jewish cookies.
Well, again.
It was so disrespectful.
You need to rebrand those cookies.
I know. We'll do it next Christmas. But yeah, on the Lost episode, we talked a lot about Bill Cosby.
Okay.
And so
I thought we did it in a real episode. Who knows?
Maybe not. Who knows? But I'll tell you this: in the Lost episode, this is before. So, guys, we'll tell people.
Let's let them behind the heavy curtain,
because we've been letting them a little bit into our real lives and who we really are. Because this episode, we're getting fucking real.
That's what happened.
Yeah. Before we were Heavy Friending, we were a different podcast. So. Well, not really. Like, we didn't put out a podcast, but
we tried a
different format. And really, by a different format, it just had a different name. It was basically just us doing exactly what we're doing right now. But on that Lost episode, we did talk a lot about Bill Cosby. And I think you did a Bill Clinton impression, too.
Am the president.
I asked you to do Bill Clinton, not Bill.
You see? It's subtle, but they're very different.
Very different, yeah.
Yeah, so I haven't really been following it, but I know someone said they cut into the news or into our station, which...
Oh, did they interrupt you?
They interrupted not us, but like some other show.
Yeah.
And they don't do that often. You know, a lot of like national stuff, you know, like president stuff, and but rarely for, you know, maybe sometimes for like weather events, serious weather events, but like usually, you know, not. But Bill Cosby, deal. They did. I think they even cut in twice today.
He just fucked all of us, really. You know? He fucking metaphorically fucked the whole country. We grew up watching that show. It wasn't on during our time, but I watched reruns of the Cosby Show all the time. I loved the Cosby Show. I thought it was the cutest show. It was a great example of a nice, happy family. And we all, grew up in
He was sort of the Roseanne of just before Roseanne.
And Roseanne fucked us too. Look at her now.
What?
She's a giant, weird, crazy lunatic now.
I don't appreciate you.
Are you a Roseanne fan?
A Ro fan?
A Ro fan?
A Rose fan? But yeah, I loved his albums, like honestly. Like I listened to them. I thought he was so funny. He was one of the people who I was like, oh, stand-up's actually like a thing. I like growing up, I didn't think I liked stand-up.
He talks a lot about kind of like date raping women in a stand-up, doesn't he?
No, he doesn't. He talks about the dentist, a classic bit about going to the dentist. Physical, he does the, well, he's got this thing in my mouth. I forget what I don't remember them because I can't listen. I haven't re-listened to them since I've been aware of his.
But go ahead and do an impression real quick. Was that good?
Classic.
His cellmate's going to have him do that. He's going to be in there being like, Jello. Let me put that dick in my mouth,
Oh, God. Laura, it was fun until...
It's not going to be fun for him. I'll tell you that.
I don't know. They probably have a special spot for him, don't they?
He shouldn't get... See, why do they get fucking high security?
Because he's at risk of being, I don't know...
The shit beat out of him? Yeah. That's what he should... Oh, being bothered all the time. Like how he bothered...
Okay. I mean, it's fair.
It's fucking fair.
It's fair. I haven't been following the case, and I didn't think he was going to go to jail because it seemed like all that stuff was too long ago, and it was like the evidence, who has evidence and blah, blah, blah. So I'm kind of
I guess when
surprised.
like 10,000 people come forward and say the exact same story, it's...
I know, but that's not evidence.
Yeah,
is it?
No, someone's eyewitness testimony is evidence. Yeah. Eyewitness testimony can put someone in jail for murder. Eyewitness testimony
I don't know. I think there's reasonable doubt if just a person says something.
When like 30 say the same thing, then it starts, that little bit of doubt just starts whittling away.
I don't think you're wrong,
Joe doesn't believe the women.
No.
Joe doesn't believe the women. He's sitting here in an American flag shirt and he's telling me about the reasonable doubt in Bill Cosby's case.
No, I don't think you're wrong. I'm just saying the legal system isn't always actually true.
Okay, Joe.
Have you heard of O.J. Simpson, for example? I don't know if you've heard of him, but he got off in his trial, and many people believe that he committed the crime that he was accused of.
Man, but it got him in the end, though, didn't it?
Monica Lewinsky.
Do you do any other impressions?
Nope.
Do you do... I'm trying to think of somebody that's easy to impersonate. What about like George W.? I think... Oh. What about H.W.?
Read my lips. Are these good?
That's a little bit like the Gipper that you were just doing.
Well... This is kind of fun because I know I'm bad, but it's not like I've prepared these for people.
No, we practiced this for hours. Don't.
Well,
it's so stupid. And of all the words to say, it's just well, and then scene. Oh man, we're losing weight. You're going on dates. People are dying. This is life.
This is life. This is us.
This is us. Man, we should maybe call the podcast that. Now that we've changed over to actual friends, this is us.
What percentage friends would you put us at?
Out of 100?
No, out of 2 million dog percentages.
Okay.
Which is 100% human.
Okay, so in 100% human, which I believe would be 700% dog.
You don't know that.
I would say we're at 50.
I don't believe that you believe that.
I think that you
are you saying
overestimate
you're saying Laura is at 100 and then Joe's at 0 and that's how you got to 50?
I think that we're at 50% friends.
I don't think that's true. I don't think you think
You
that's
think
true.
I think we're higher than that.
Yes, absolutely.
I think that you think that I hold this friendship in a higher regard than I do. I think that
You're the one who said we're friends.
Am I
and then I
speaking-
said what percentage and you said
okay,
50.
podcast Laura, but today we're getting real. Podcast Laura would say 99.9%. This Laura that you're looking at right now is putting you at fucking 50, bro, because I'm being real with you now.
Well, here's what I'll say to you. I didn't know there was podcast Laura.
Oh, there is.
And another Laura.
We're getting real? Yeah, there is.
So I don't know. This puts us even further back than I already thought we were.
So what percentage
Because
are you?
now I don't know who you are.
I think I've said before that I don't think we're our real selves to each other.
I can't not be me.
I know.
So
I'm aware.
Molly even told you that. You're like, is he like that when you're not? My ex-girlfriend. Listen to that episode, folks. If you
Yeah,
haven't.
go back and listen to the Valentine's Day episode and hear some real awkward conversations.
Other episodes as well, but that one because she even said,
We'll definitely start at the beginning of
This
Heavy
is who I
Friending
am.
because we're at 50% friendship right now. And when we started, we were at 0% friendship. So you really can listen to a friendship grow. What percentage are you putting us at, Joe?
honestly, after that comment, I was going to probably put us in like a 70 range.
Oh, so you were just had your little feelings hurt because you're putting us at 70 and I'm putting us at 50. Well, welcome to my world, Joe, of you constantly belittling this friendship when I'm trying to lift it up.
Whose world?
So, mine.
Welcome to which Laura am I talking to?
Welcome to Podcast Laura's world. Now, real Laura, she doesn't care. Podcast Laura is offended.
I thought you said you're going to get real. Now you're still doing podcast, Laura?
Okay, well then fine. 70%. It's great. I'm actually impressed.
But after your little 50% business and then your
so now you're gonna change
podcast
it.
Laura business.
He's so vindictive. It's
No.
tit for fucking tit with
I was gonna say 70.
Nipple
Now
lash
I'll
for
say
nipple lash.
32 because
32?
and that's being generous.
Wow.
How do I know if it's podcast Laura saying wow or off mic Laura?
This is off mic Laura talking to you right now on the mic.
So and again, how am I
I'm
supposed
telling
to
you,
know?
you're going to have to listen and trust me.
Okay, but
Okay.
then for future reference, I'd love to know who I'm speaking with. Or
Maybe I should
to whom I am
affect, maybe
speaking.
I should affect like a different, maybe it's like a multiple personality thing. And I should be like, I'm podcast Laura. And so you can kind of tell the difference just with our voices.
Danny's not
Yeah,
here
exactly.
anymore, Mrs. Torrance.
Maybe you should do something, and maybe this is the first day of the rest of our episodes because
Okay. So wait.
maybe we should go back to 0 because here's the thing.
All right,
You've
you know-
lied. You've lied for however many months
Joe,
or
you're
whatever.
a podcast Joe. And don't
No.
even play. Yes, you are. You are. Listen, bro. Listen.
only-
We are being real today. We're being real. We're not going to fuck with the listeners anymore. Okay. This charade has gone on long enough.
How would you know who Joe is?
I know
Versus
that when
podcast
I
Joe.
press this fucking space bar on here, your whole demeanor changes. Your whole posture changes. Your body language changes. Okay. So there's a podcast Joe and there's an off mic Joe. So you can say that all you want, but it's very apparent. Now, whether you can admit that to yourself or not, that's a different story. So I'll leave it at that. But what I think is that you're right. Let's go ahead and start at 0. And from now on, we're going to come on here and be who we really fucking are.
That's what I've been doing.
Bullshit. Bullshit, Ghost Pepper.
The only thing I do, and I'll be open about this, is I shield certain parts of my life. But I'm still me. It's me if you met me somewhere and I didn't reveal every bit of information about myself.
That's not how people really are, man. We're hosting a show here. We've
What do
got
you mean?
people trying to be entertained, so we're trying to be entertaining. But if we want to be real, we can talk about the funeral I'm going to tomorrow,
I don't want to listen to that podcast if you're talking about all these funerals.
So it makes sense. All these funerals, what a fucking motherfucker. Because I lose the loved ones in my life, you have to throw it in my face. See what happens when I try to be real with Joe and try to be off mic Laura with Joe? That's what I get. He doesn't want to hear about all my funerals I have to go to. Well, sorry. It's not a blast for me either, if you want to know the truth. Man. Well, Joe, do you think we're closer or further apart after this episode?
We can't end the episode, can we?
Oh, so should turn it around and I should be podcast Laura now and act like it's totally cool?
You're being podcast Laura now because you're like back to business.
Okay. So I'm just going off the books, completely off the rails. Just fuck it. Whatever. We won't say goodbye then. Let's just fucking end it like this then.
Yeah, why does the episode have to end? If we're real people, we'll
so you just want to
forever.
Let's just bring the microphones home with us.
How about you start recording when I knock on that door?
That's kind of a good idea.
No, I need 2 minutes to warm up to being here.
I want them to hear how you talk to Ruger when you come in the door. See, that's off mic, Joe, guys. What you don't hear is how he's like, get off me, get off me. Oh, he smells bad. Oh, he's very in my face today.
You apologize for how he smells all the time. And I'm like, okay.
Because you always comment on it and you always have to make me feel bad about it. Joe, I mean, it's fine.
Not.
Well, if you want to be off mic, Joe, be off mic, Joe. But don't bullshit people.
I said nice things about your dog today. I said I liked how
only because he had surgery.
He's much more mellow.
You said I like him more now. This is a quote, guys. Here's off mic Joe for you. He said I like him more now that he's sick.
I did not say that. No, I said I like him because he's calmer.
No, you didn't say calm. Because you said you felt sorry for him. You like him more now that you feel sorry for him.
I did say that. I said I like him more now because I do feel sorry for him.
So there we have it.
I like him because he's
animals.
calmer. He's calmer. I like him being calm, and it's
you like everyone to be how you want him to be.
That surgery had to make him more.
So you're glad he got surgery. Great. Okay.
Well, I am glad because surgery hopefully will help him.
Oh my God!
I want him to be healthy, so I am glad he had surgery.
We'll see what he says as soon as I press space, guys. As soon as I press space, he's going to throw something at him or kick him or yell at him and say, get off me, like he always does. It's
I'm
fine.
very polite to your dog.
Okay. We're back to on mic Joe. We're back to podcast Joe now. I see.
This is not true. Why are you paying? Why is apparently the real Laura a liar?
The real Laura is being real and calling it like it is and telling the people. I've not said a single lie just now. I told the truth.
I didn't say I like him sick. I've never said that.
But that's what you meant. Is you said I like him more now that I feel sorry for him.
I like him. The result of him being sick. That's a different thing.
Oh my God. This is so outrageous. But at least people are really getting to see your true colors, Mr. Red, White, and Blue.
I think a lot of people would agree. How much does he weigh? 200 pounds. A 200-pound dog jumping on you. Not my
never
cup
jumped
of
on
tea.
you.
He has. You even said last time, you're like, oh, he used to not do that. And then our doctor told us that he needed his
you're just
back
gonna
legs
put it all
are weak.
out there. Oh, you're going to talk about his weak back legs now.
Because I have to bring the truth.
Remember how we were going to have our private lives, and now you're up here talking about my dog's back legs and the things that went on between a doctor and a patient and confidentiality.
You're the one who revealed it.
In confidence
you revealed it to me.
In confidence to you.
Oh, I thought off mic was now on mic, sister.
Oh, we're going to put off on?
Off on.
Are we?
Oh no, don't.
Yeah. So
it's been such a great episode. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening.
We are going to end it here.
Heavy Friending.
We are going to end it here.
Oh, good.
And
because I'm getting scared.
Yeah. Stay tuned next week. Hopefully, Ruger's still with us.
Okay,
Joe.
Don't make it sad because that would be horrible. Because I do like him.
Oh, do you?
I have liked him. It's just a little much sometimes. The jumping, the drooling.
But he's just a dog. He doesn't know any better. What do you think people think of you?
Well, that's why
about being a bit much.
Feel more
Have you ever received that note before?
Actually, yes.
Yeah. Okay, so there you go. Maybe you see yourself in him. Maybe that's why you hate him so much, because maybe you hate yourself.
Hate him. But I do hate parts of myself as I hate parts of him. So you may not be too wrong, whoever you are.
Guys, thanks so much for this is a podcast Laura here telling you guys thank you so much for being here, and off mic Laura's going to say great, good to be here.
This is podcast Joe, aka Joe, because there's just one of me, and it's been such a pleasure and an honor and a privilege to be here.
Oh my God, why don't you just go ahead and run for office? You're sick. In this shirt, it is a spectacle.
I'm glad I wore this shirt now because you're really against this country.
Oh, so typical.
Thanks so much for listening. Goodbye.